In this video, I'm walking through the 6 steps of the Dream Attraction Framework that helps you to get the job you desire. Let's jump right into it. Step number 1 I call clarity. In clarity, it is all about you understanding what your dream job is. So the best is building a mind map in a digital tool or putting that on paper. And with this mind map, you start out in what are the different tasks you would like to do? How do you want to do this task inside of your dream job? What is the location you would love to work? Is it online? Is it offline? Is it a hybrid setup? What are the different things that make this dream job a dream job? And then you build a day in your dream job so that you have a clear picture what your dream job looks like and how it feels. But why should you listen to me? I'm Jens Heitland and I went from construction sites to being in a global management role in just about 8 years. And you can do so too. Step number 2 is about building your Dream 100 list, the Dream 100 companies that you would love to work in. So that's very, very simple. You start with building an Excel sheet or a Google sheet, and then you add as many as possible companies so that you reach your 100. And then you sort these companies in a way the top 1 is the company you would love to work in first. So the best case of the best case is the number 1. And then you focus on the top 10. And the top 10 will go into step number 3. In step number 3, you're looking for 10 decision makers of each of the top 10 companies. So you end up again with 100 people. And with these 10 people, you need to look into details. I want you to find out, do they have something in common with you? Do they maybe have a connection to you? Do they have a hobby that you have? Do they have anything that is related to what you're doing today or have done in the past? And if you have all of that, you will document that for yourself so that you understand who they are and how they feel. The next step you're going to do is documenting their social media profiles. Let's keep it simple and focus on LinkedIn. If we look at their LinkedIn profile, you can easily see how do they give themselves on social media? How does their photo look like? How does their background look like? How do they describe themselves inside of the About section? And as well, how do they document their professional career inside of LinkedIn? And obviously, you can see as well what they're posting, how often they're posting, so you get a feel of the person. If you do this 100 times, because we have 10 people per 10 companies, you have a good understanding of where they are. And then we can start with step number 4. Step number 4 I call revamp your LinkedIn. So now you have seen 100 profiles and you get a feel where the people are. You can build your profile that it is appealing to them. So you change your picture, you change your background, you write your about page, and you write your professional career so that it is attractive to this 100 people. And obviously, sometimes there are people that are standing out and they are not really fitting to who you are, or you're asking yourself, how do I do this if they're a completely different company? It's fine, because you have different parts of your profile that you can cater to different people. Start with priming the top 10 companies. Start with getting your profile ready for the top 1 company and the 10 people inside of that company. If you start with that, then it's a good attraction point, because I believe you should shoot for the best company to work. Now that you have a complete revamp of your profile, we go into step number 5. Step number 5 is an easy one. You connect to those individuals, and not before. That's very, very important. Connect to them on LinkedIn. Send them a connection request. You can do this by just a blank connection request, or you can do that by writing something. That's something you can decide. Connect to this 100 people and don't spend them. It's all about building a true connection and a true relationship. It's the same when you are meeting in person somewhere. If you go into a bar, you're not going to the other person and ask them to marry. You build the relationship first, and that will take a time. So you focus on providing value on a one-on-one level when you're texting them, but as well you provide value in the things you're doing in the social media. So you're creating posts over time that help you you to stand out to them with the content you're producing so that it is attractive to them. And this is what you're going to do for 30 to 60 days. The next step is going really into asking them for a date. Let's call it a date. You're asking them for a meeting. That can be an online meeting or an offline meeting. It doesn't matter. It's just a possibility to get closer to them and have a conversation with them. And in this meeting, you focus on providing value as much as possible. And there are different strategies that you can do. One of the frameworks that I always recommend to use is the ACA framework. Acknowledge, compliment, and then ask. And ask in this case is really about finding out what are different needs of the individuals that you talk to and how could you fulfill that need. And if you focus on providing something that will help them, they will sooner or later understand that you might be a good fit to work in their company. And if you have built this relationship over now roughly 90 days, that's only 3 months. It's very, very fast track. You can ask them for a job. You can ask them in a way that you are asking them, hey, how is it working in your company? So it's not a direct ask, do you have a job for me? Because the most important is not looking like you are looking for a job. It's all about providing value to them. And when you ask them for, hey, how would it be working in your company? How is it making a career in your company? You show interest into the company and into what they're doing. And sooner or later you can drop the question, hey, do you think this company might be something for me too? It sounds really interesting. I would love to figure out if I could fit into your company too. And this simple framework will help you to establish relationships that help you long-term in your career, but as well as short-term. I believe you can do this in 90 days and get your dream job. And if you want to learn more tips like this, join my free Rising Stars community. Find the link below in the comments.